Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Top Down Analysis. So in this episode I'm going to break this pair down, how we analyze this pair from the daily time frame all the way to the 1 hour time frame for our entry. Now we could see that this is a major resistance level because price came to this level and reversed drastically, not just a bounce, a major reversal. And price came to this level again, it rejected drastically, not a bounce, a major reversal. And guess what, there's also a daily time frame. So we were waiting for price to come to this resistance level, and then we look for price action through candlestick patterns telling us that the market is reacting to this level for a short trade. So when price came to this level, what we saw was that we had a perfect inside bar. So you can do research on inside bar candlestick pattern. So inside bar candlestick pattern is a candlestick pattern whereby the high and the low of the candle fit inside the high and the low of the previous candle, and it occurs at a key resistance level or a resistance or a support level. So this is a key resistance level. So you could see that this candle, where is my arrow? Have you seen this candle, this red small candle? The high and the low of this candle fit inside the high and the low of this bullish engulfed candle right at the resistance level, indicating that buyers are losing momentum. Buyers are closing their long positions, and then the sellers are shorting or stepping inside the market. But surprisingly, the following day we had bullish engulfing candle that closed above the resistance level. So does that mean that this level has been validated? Not yet, because we could, or markets can create false breakout. So when this bullish engulfing candle closed above the resistance, we were waiting for something like breakout, because that is if you want to actually spot a breakout trade, or if you want to trade breakout, always must wait for a retest, and then a retest to this support level or this resistance that has now turned to support, and then we wait for a breakout for a continuation trade. So but that didn't happen. Let's drop to the 4-hour time frame and see what we saw. So in the 4-hour time frame, so clearly this candlestick or this bullish engulfing candle is actually a false breakout, and then we always use multi time frames to get around false breakout. So when we drop to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we saw. First, we saw a divergence, because price made a higher high, and then the divergence made a lower high with a very slight slope, but still it was a lower high. That is another sign that the bulls are losing momentum. And another sign that we saw was a clear trendline break. And then the third sign was the divergence, and this trend line created a rising wedge, and then price broke the resistance as well as the rising wedge. So that confirmed to us that no, the bulls are losing momentum, and this is actually a false breakout. So when we had this this bearish engulfing candle that closed below this zone or this key level and also made a lower low, that confirmed that now the bearish bias is still intact. So you can take your swing trade over here but we didn't take the swing trade. You can take your swing trade over here and you can target 1 to 2. So this is what we did. We this is what we did next. We move, or we drop to the 1 hour time frame for EMA crossover. So in the 1 hour time frame, what we had was that we used 50 EMA and then the 14 EMA. Let me close this. So this is what we had. When the price made a lower low, it pulled back and rejected the 14 EMA and then the 50 EMA crossover, and it bounced with a bearish engulfing candle. So this confirmed to us that we are going short, and we took our entry over here and we put our stop loss above both EMAs and above the key SR level over here, and we targeted 1 to 3. Boom. So now, have you seen how we actually analyze this pair? So we had bearish bias from the daily time frame through the inside bar and then the false breakout, and when we drop to the 4-hour time frame, we had divergence, we had trendline break, and we also had a rising wedge, and price broke the bottom of the rising wedge and broke the trend line and also made a lower low, which confirmed the bearish bias. And when we dropped to the 1 hour time frame, we had a lower low again. Price pulled back to reject the 50 EMA and then the 40 EMA, and it bounced with a bearish engulfing candle. We took our entry, we put our stop loss above both EMAs and above the key SR level, and we targeted 1 to 3. So you see how we analyze this pair from the daily all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, and we took our entry. So this high quality top down analysis. I'll see you guys in the next video.